Welcome back, students. Let's we continue our discussion. After unit number 3, Competition and Consumer Law, Part 1. World. CCI, it means Competition Commission of India. Competition Commission of India. It is a government body. The duty of the commission to prevent activities that have advisory effect on competition. Advisory means harmful effect on competitions in India. Promoting and sustain promoting and sustain competition and protecting the interest of the consumers. Ensuring protecting the interest of the consumers and ensure the freedom of trade. This is the CCI, Competition Commission of India. It means it is a government body. This duty is to prevent the harmful effect to the competitions and also promoting and a sustainable of the competitions and along with this protecting the interest of the consumers. Next, the terms of a CCI. The terms of a CCI. Members is the terms of a CCI in a members is to 5 years. The term is 5 years or till age 65 years or the till age 65 years and they are eligible for reappointment also and they can eligible for reappointment also. Next, let's we see duties and functions. First, duties of CCI to enhance the customer's welfare. To enhance the customer welfare. Next point, to support the economic growth and ensure the and next point, ensuring fair and equity in a marketplace transactions. Next, protecting the opportunity for small and medium scale businesses. For small and medium scale businesses, it means to ensure the consumer's welfare. It ensure the consumer's welfare and also next in next point, support for the economic growth. In support for economic growth and ensure the fair and equities in fair and equity marketplace transactions. Next, protecting protecting opportunity for small and medium scale businesses and also by protecting the opportunity for small and medium scale businesses. Next, functions. What and all functions? First, we see one by one. It is a duty of CCA to eliminate such practices that have advisory effect on a competition. It means it is eliminating first duty to eliminate the harmful effect to the competitions. First duty of the CCA is to eliminating the harmful practice which having the practice of a harmful to the competitions. Next we see CCI ensure the freedom of trade in a Indian market. It means CCI, Competition Commission, will be ensuring the freedom of trade. They are providing the freedom to trade anywhere in India. Next point, it is also required to undertake the competitions undertake the competition advocacy. It means it will undertake the competition advocacy. Next, next point, CCI also create a public awareness. It is also creating the public awareness, imparting training, imparting training on a competition issues. It means it create a public awareness in the training of a competitions. Competitions issue, it will training. It will give a public to training. Next, CCI CCI is at the next point. Okay. Retake. CCI means Competition Commission of India is therefore fully empowered to carry out the mandate functions. It means fully empowered to carry out the mandative functions. Next, uh, first subsection 3. Subsection 3. Commission shall while deter commission powers of powers of Competition Commission of India. Let's we see one by one what and all powers is there. Under section sub under section 3. First, commission shall while determining whether an agreements have a appreciable advisory effect on a competition. It means this in under section 3. In under section 3, the power to determine whether any agreement were appreciable to harmful effect to the competitions. It will deducted by in under section 3. Next, under that factors, following factors, let's we see following factors. Creating a barriers to new entry, creating a barriers, creation of barriers to new entrance in the market. It means it creating a new opportunity and new creation to the market and driving the existing and the next point, driving the exit competitors out of the market. It means it's easy to drive out and easy to enter into a market. Next point, foreclosure of a competition by hindering enter into a market. Next point, accrual of a benefit to the consumers. Next, another point, improve in the production and distribution of goods and services, and it will improve the production of goods and services, and it provide the accrual benefits and more benefits to the consumers. In previous point, more and more accrual benefit to the consumers. And in the next point and last point means promoting of a technology, science, economic development by a production of a goods and services. It means uh, CCI, Competition Commission, will be promoting the new technology and new scientific and economic development to the by the producers. Next, subsection 4. The commission shall while the commission shall while incurring the whether enterprises enjoying the domain position or not. It means in a simple word, any enterprises, whether any enterprises enjoying the domain possession or not. It means domain means misusing of the positions. If any enterprises or any other enterprises enjoying the domain position of other persons, under these factors, market shares of a enterprises, like a market, like how they are enjoying means by taking the market shares of a and enterprises, and size and resource of a enterprises, and also size and resource of enterprises, and size and importance of a competitors, and economic power of a enterprises, including commercial advantages over the competitors. Like next in last point, dependency of the consumers enterprises, like the term subsection 6. Subsection 6. The commission shall while determining the relevant geographical market have to have due regarding all or any other. Regarding it means it related to relevant to geographical market, like regulatory trade barriers, local specification requirement, national procurement policies, advocacy, distribution facilities, etc. Like and all, what and all regulations are a local specification or national procurement policy that should be related to geographical market. In next power and last power, section 7. Section 7. The commission shall while determining relevant product market. In previous we see relevant geographical market, but in this point relevant product market. In a product, what and all, it must be follow the characters, following factors or characters. Next we see one by one. First, Physical character or end use of a goods. Physical character and end use of goods. Price of a goods or a services. Price of goods or services. And next point, consumer preference and consumer preference. In next point, exclusion in a in-house production. Exclusion of a in-house production. And this is the powers of this and all powers of a competent director general. Next, advisor. Under secretary general, under the secretary, there are four persons. First, secretarial, next HR, finance, and service relay. Under director general, no one are there. But in advisory, under advisor, there are seven members. There are seven members. Let's we see one by one. Who and all there. First, advocacy division. First, advocacy division, economic division, antitrust division, combination division, legal division, international corporation division, at last, capacity building division. This and all the under advisory. Next, commission's chairperson. The commission's chairperson. First, chairperson at present chairperson is Ashok Kumar Gupta. The CCI chairperson is at present Ashok Kumar Gupta. Next, other members. Let's we see other members. Miss Sangeeta Verma, Miss Sangeeta Verma, and Bhagwat Singh. Okay, students, let we continue our discussion about unit number 3, competition and consumer law, part 2. Okay, in part 2, about Consumer Protection Act. First, Consumer Protection Act, which is formed in the year 1986, specially from the people of the government. Government is decided how we have to protect the consumers. How we have to protect consumers. Who is consumer and what kind of goods is purchasing. Protect from unfair trade practices. Practice any kind of good, practice any kind of deceiving and things people doing by traders. All these things government want to protect. For this purpose, this act is formed that this act is formed, that is Consumer Protection Act 1986. It means any consumer or any purchaser want to protected from the against unfair trade practices which are done by the company or any trader. This is known as a Consumer Protection Act. Next, the objectives of Consumer Protection Act is to protect the consumers of a goods and services from unfair trade practices by trader. It means from that government want to protect the consumers and to protecting the consumers from unfair trade practices like selling a defect goods or expiry goods to the consumers and more than the actual price. For example, we have one textbook about a business regulation. Actual cost is 140 rupees, but trader is selling rupees 200 or 250 rupees. This is known as a unfair trade practices. This is the objectives. Next, rights of consumers. Next, rights of consumers. Next, right to consumers. Rights of consumers. Let's we see what and all rights is there one by one. First, right to protect against hazard goods or harmful goods. Hazard goods means harmful goods. Next, consumer has a right to be protected against marketing of such goods and services as a hazard to or harmful to health, life and property. There are several fake goods, defective goods and insufficient, ineffective and dangerous goods are available in a market. Consumer therefore has the right to safety from all such goods as well as likely to cause harmful to his body. It means in a market we can see several number of fake goods and several defective goods and also inefficient and dangerous to our body and even also our health. Like and all goods we can protect against that such goods by this act. Next, next second point, right to access a variety of goods or right to choose. Right to choose. Under this act, consumer must be assured access to variety of goods and services at a competitive price as per possible. Wrong information or in any other way, if any person influence his preference in a unfair, it will be treated as intervention in his right to choose. In his right to choose. It means instead of you, another person will come and suggest to you to select that person. Uh, or it means trader will tell you, trader will suggest you to choose that one only because this is defect. Or that particular item should be sold from him, so that he will suggest. If any case like that unfair trade practices is happened, we can stop by this. And also we have right to choice. We have all freedom to choose any kind of particular products. And right to consumer information. Consumer have a right to get all necessary information on basis of the which he may decide to buy the goods or service. Therefore, right to be informed about quality, quantity, purity, and standard price of goods and services. It may consumer have all right to get information about a particular product, about its quality and purity, standard and quantity of a product, and also price. This is right to be information. Next, right to due attention at appropriate form. This right includes the right to make a protest and fail complaint. This right implies that matter of interest to the consumer will receive due consideration at appropriate form. Consumer encounter Consumer encouraged to express his problem, complaint, and unjust treatment met out to him. Next point. Consumer